Hello folks, this is Hidden Numismatist back at you again with another video on my channel. Uh, World currency offers the collector a beautiful view of the world in a snapshot. And their world currency is just works of art, you know, and I love currency, obviously. It's all over my channel. And today I wanted to bring to you some of my larger world currency. This is my world currency box, countries A through Z, but these are the larger ones versus, you know, the smaller ones that are the size of our notes in our wallets. But these are not technically literally called horse blankets, but give you a perspective of the size of them is based on the horse blankets from our country, like the Black Eagle, the Chief, and what have you. So these are my larger ones. Now, I'm not going to do the entire box with you because you'd slit your wrists after about a half hour or so, because there's a lot of currency. So I wanted to do just a few. We're going to eventually we are going to do the whole box, but I wanted to bring to you countries A through C, I believe, is what I pulled out here. And then we'll do, you know, D through F and, you know, what have you. So let's get started. And I have these, like I said, alphabetically. There's not by region. This one is a beautiful banknote from Afghanistan. 5,000 Afghanis. And I love the artwork, as I've stated several times, and just how each individual country brings their how they present their world monuments, their famous political figures, historical figures, if you will. Monuments, historical sites. And I am picky. This is Algeria, for example, a country that you don't see really currency from. But this being from Algeria, 1998. With any coin, especially currency, I don't just grab any banknote that I see in dealer's inventory. It has to capture my eye and just, it hits me, you know. And I'm fascinated by the obscure countries, the countries that one has heard of but rarely gets to see banknotes from. And each of these, you know, I have the description in my database, the monument or the statue or what it's honoring. Great Mosque of Algiers, for example, in Algeria. I love the anti-counterfeit designations and implementation security features that the banknotes feature. This is Aruba. Like I said, they're all alphabetical, so it's not based on region. I don't have Asia and then South America and Africa. Because, you know, I love all countries equally. So I store them alphabetically. I have done currency on my channel before, but I never brought this collection to you, so I wanted to bring some of these beautiful notes to you. This is Australia, £1. Hope you're all doing well today. And those of you that do world currency, how do you go about picking ones for your personal collections? I am genuinely curious, you know, give me some insights, some ideas. Another one from Australia. Beautiful, beautiful note. It's a commemorative note from Australia. Beautiful ship. It's a beautiful see-through register. security feature. The Aboriginals or natives of Australia, I believe what you would call them, Aborigines. Is that what how you pronounce the word? Love the colors. It's from Austria. I got this one fairly recently at a show. Burinder Urindi. Beautiful note. 1952. 5 franc. And obviously we know because it has an elephant on it. You know, I love my elephants, but this is my only banknote from this country. Only piece of currency. Belgium. Love that. How cool is that? Another one from Belgium. And if, like I said, I've always stated in my videos, if there's ever a piece here that you want to know further about, just give me the timestamp. I'll get that to you. This one's cool. Let me explain. This is from Belgium. And this one here, this gentleman here is Adolf Sax. He invented the saxophone, this gentleman. So the beautiful instrument, the saxophone, was invented by this man, and he is from Belgium. That's what I mean. This is a good example of why I would get this note. And for my love of music, I had to get that because I love the saxophone. Bhutan. I believe this is 2008. And I wish I could remember the name of the figures the people represented, but unfortunately, my memory is not that good. Some kind of memorial here. This is Bolivia's version of liberty. Their cool coat of arms. Simon Bolivar. Hence the name of the denomination, the Bolivar. Bulgaria. Cool note from Bulgaria. Another one from Bulgaria. It's probably a famous author or playwright, what have you. Again, I don't recall, unfortunately, this gentleman and what he did for his country. Bulgaria. This is Burma. This is cool. Love this. These came stapled in a pack, maybe 50, 100. So it's normal to find staple holes in these notes. I believe Cambodia also distributed their notes back then that way. They stapled them. People's Bank of Burma. That's cool. Here's another one. Excuse Sorry. Beautiful elephant. I don't really like the fact that elephants are working. I don't care for how working elephants are treated. This is Burma as well. I'm trying to go through these fairly quickly, brothers and sisters, because I don't want the video to last, too long. So you're welcome to hit that pause and examine and enjoy the note more that way. This is Cambodia. So like I said, about the size of a horse blanket from our country. And these are the larger non-PVC currency sleeves that I use. I believe they're made by BCW. Cambodia. That's an important monument. Again, I love that. That is so cool. Yeah, I love the hues and the colors and how the note just presents itself. Another beautiful one. It's a commemorative. That is so cool. I love Africa, especially the obscure countries that, you have heard of, but you just don't see any. Especially coin. I mean, I have maybe one coin, if that, from Cameroon. I may not have any at all, but I do know that getting banknotes from certain countries in Africa is darn near impossible. So I'm blessed to have this one from Cameroon in Africa. Cameroon, so I was mistaken. I have two. I love the African tribal masks. Ceylon, 50 rupees. These are 1926. Chad. It's my only one from Chad, man. That's just so cool. Again, beautiful African mask there. Statue. Here comes China. Now, China has a lot, my friends, so... but like I said, I don't collect them all. But the ones that are cool to me, like I said, that attract my attention. This is 5 yuan, 1936. Yeah, China has some beautiful pieces of currency. They really do. Even the modern ones with Mao Zedong on them. Excuse me, didn't mean to bump the camera, folks. Beautiful train motif. This one. Beautiful one. Beautiful. Love this. See, this is... Look at the intricate detail, right? Lab. Farmer's Bank. Love the horse. That is so cool. This one, when my father passed, my daddy passed in 2011, I was going through his stuff, cleaning out his filing cabinets and what have you, and documents, and I found this note. He got this in the mail from a lumber dealer, construction lumber company, and this is the little ad. It says, Confucius say, in other words, you know, spend your money with, that's the wise thing to do, as Confucius would say, and I covered up his address, so for sentimental reasons, I kept the address label from the envelope. I found this in my daddy's filing cabinet. This is part of the Forbidden City, Tiananmen Square. I kept that. Miss you very much, Daddy. I miss you tremendously. Beautiful train. The browns, and then this, you know, like the steam locomotive is why I got this one. Just the vignettes, the overall design, you know, from the Bank of Communications. Yeah, this is 1941. This is also a very, very collectible one, desirable, but in this grade is, yeah, it's still, you know, has some value, but this is a lower grade from China. $1. I have a good friend from China. I should have a sit down one afternoon with him and have him explain to me any interesting nuances that I may not know about some of these notes, you know. And that's where how we grow as numismatists and hobbyists. And like I said, those of you that collect the banknotes other than United States, let me know what you look for and how you do world currency. What countries you get, how you store them, how you organize them. Like I said, I'm all alphabetical. Some people do, I know major currency collectors that do mostly currency. Store them by region, by continents, if you will. It's a custom golds unit from China. That's cool. I like that. I got that many years ago. This is a really cool one. This is Sun Yat-sen. Of course, we know that, you know, on all these, it's Sun Yat-sen. He's the president of China from, I think, 1912. Oh, shoot, it's right here. 1913. And then the reverse is another reason, you know, because I like philosophy, religion, and what have you. The reverse is Confucius is meeting Lao Zhao, men with two drawn hearts. So I put that in there because this is cool. Confucius meeting with Lao Zhao. I love the horses in the buggy. The horse pulling the carriage. That's what I mean. This is, now we're getting more modern. And also I store them by denomination. So the smaller the denom would go towards the front, and then increasing denomination, and then by year. So I have 250 yuans, I'll say the pick number, the year, and then store them that way. So within fingertips, I can, you know, thumb through which one I need by, you know, the denominations and what have you, the country. Love this one. 1941. Oh, 82 plus years ago, right? These are four very, very important figures in Chinese history. And like I said, brothers and sisters, I don't remember, but I have it in my database. I said from left to right, and I found the name of each gentleman in my database. And when I can, I like to, write little notes to myself. So, it makes the note that much. It's part of the Great Wall. That is so cool. This is a foreign exchange cert. I think my mama brought this back for me when she was an exchange professor in China many years ago. She brought this back for me, her boy. So I kept that. Anything from mama, you gotta keep. Anything family gets you. My Uncle Greg also traveled when he worked for the USDA. And he would bring me back currency from what? India, China, Trinidad and Tobago. He went to the Philippines. So it's nice to have family and close friends that remember you, It's a beautiful, modern 100 yuan. All right, brothers and sisters, we're done with China. Now we're doing to the Comoros. See, this is the only one from Comoros that I have. And now, like I said, I love just like I said, I mean, how cool is that? Here's the native women from Comoros by the lakeside. I mean, that's just cool, man. And you gotta love the world. This is the Congo. This been canceled. They demonetized it. The government demonetized it, so it's no longer worth, it's no longer worth face. You can't spend it. But it does have collector value. It's been canceled, but still a note that in excellent condition needs to be in a collection. I got this fairly recent. This is very, very, very new. This is the Congo Democratic Republic of Congo. Again, beautiful tribal mass from Africa. I want to visit Africa. Definitely. I want to go on an African safari and see the pyramids in Egypt. It's from 2013, 20,000 francs. Cook Islands. I have coins from this country, but 2, maybe 3 pieces of currency, as we'll see here in a minute. It's my first one from the Cook Islands. This is $3. I think it's 1992. $5. That's the dealer's sticker with the pick number and his inventory number and all that. So I like to keep a few of those because, I'm a sentimental guy. And the gentleman that I bought this from, I've known him for 10, 15 years. He does nothing but world. He doesn't do anything United States, and he's an awesome American. This is Costa Rica. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful note from Costa Rica. I think that's my only one that's larger from Costa Rica. This is Croatia. Again, I think I only have 2 from Croatia. Beautiful vignette of native women in their native clothing. See, that's one reason why I got it. To see the beautiful people in the world. Here's a man and a woman. That's beautiful. Here's Cuba. Love Cuba. And their coins as well, but especially their paper money. A little bit older one. 5 pesos. It's been canceled. Plata, I believe, means been canceled. Demonetized. Another way of saying demonetized. This is a Bohemia, Moravia. Czech Republic. So I put it under C, but it is Bohemia, Moravia. So we're doing A through C. We're almost done, brothers and sisters. The last one. This is Czech Republic, Bohemia, Moravia. This is a specimen from 1940, 100 koron. Pick number 6. Very, very important monument. Again, I don't remember. And there's different varieties of this. I believe one with the blue border. That's it. Like I said, I wanted to bring something different to you, bring some world banknotes to you. I can't do the entire box because I have a feeling you would say, you got to be kidding me, Hidden. I'm not going to sit here for 2 hours watching your world banknotes. So we'll do more of the world in another video. This is just A through C. Let me know what you think. And like I said, if there's any specific notes here in this collection that you want me to do, get more specific information to you for, please do let me know. And I hope you enjoy this. Leave your thoughts, comments, sections below. And I do thank you for watching. Please take care of each other. Be kind to each other. And most importantly, may God bless you all. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye, people.